Well, happy Saturday morning, everyone. Or maybe it's afternoon where you're tuning in from. Just sitting in my garden, just had a late breakfast. Lovely, lovely mug. Do you like my new mug? It's a birthday present. It's a very man-sized mug. Anyway, let's get into the information. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this. I just want to share with you some thoughts because I posted the other day about one of my mentors, my business mentor. He's mentored me in many ways. He's mentored me in business. He's taught me about ways to present. He's taught me about how to use my communication more effectively. He's even taught me what shirts to buy, fashion tips. Anyway, it's great to learn from people, isn't it? We can learn so much. I love living in London because so much diversity. It's a really, really, really great city. Been here all my life. I titled this Facebook Live, Why We All Need a Good Mentor. I mean, a mentor is someone who influences you. A mentor is someone who teaches you. A mentor is someone who shows you the way. A synonym might be coach. Very different from a boss. Mentor is someone who believes in you. Someone who will cheer you on, will encourage you, will lift you up. A mentor is someone who is more experienced and more knowledgeable, more successful in that particular field. You see, we should have mentors in all different aspects of our life. I mean, I have business mentor. My pastor is like a spiritual mentor. You could have mentors for your health. My parents are mentors, great parents. They've taught me so many things. I think back to my dad, and I think one of the things my dad really drilled into me, he said, Nicholas, when you thought about it, have another think. And when you've had a think, have another think. Think about it. Isn't it true? It's so important that we think before we speak. The book of Proverbs talks about the man of many words soon comes to ruin. And how many times have we got ourselves in trouble because we said something too quickly, in haste, in zeal maybe, we lacked some wisdom and we got ourselves in trouble. But our words are really, really powerful. Yeah, the analogy Jesus used, I believe, was that like a whole forest is set on fire by one small spark, or a ship is turned by a tiny little rudder. And so our tongue is a tiny muscle in our body, but it can do so much damage or it can do so much good. I want to live my life to use my mouth for the glory of God, for the positive impacting of many, many people. My name Nicholas means leader of many people, and I hope to be a great mentor to many people. Maybe some of you are watching, I've been able to mentor you. I always say to people when I start mentoring them, do you give me permission to coach you to become successful in that field? Now, I'm not an expert in everything, but you know what I found out? To be an expert, you just need to know 5% more than the other person. So a few years ago, I was venturing into business as a photographer, and I was looking for customers because that's what you got to do, right? You've got the talent, you're getting better and better, but you've got to find customers. When you're self-employed, you have to find customers. And I was doing that through Facebook. I was adding loads of people, posting pictures every day, tagging people, going to events. And I never had a photography mentor. I never had a business mentor at that point. So I was kind of figuring it out for myself. Read some books a little bit, never been much of a reader. I like the pictures. I like the pictures. But it was going to events where I met other photographers, and that's where I learned so much. Going to meetup groups, networking and making friends and learning how they did things, how they used the flash and they angled the flash and how they got those portraits. And spilling my coffee here. Getting excited. All right, let's put the coffee down. I'm a visual learner. I like to use my hands. Anyway, so we're talking about mentors. Anyway, 6 years ago, through a friend from church, he introduced me to a mentor. we'll call him Coach Thomas. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering who is this man, and I posted a picture of me. I was in a red tie. He was wearing a red tie. We were looking sharp, and it was at the end of one of the business events. And I'm really, really grateful that God brought him into my life. What attracted me to what he was doing was his vision. The Bible says, you have to, I'm not going to apologize for quoting the Bible a lot, but the God is a mentor. He's taught me so many things, continues to, and I seek to be a good student to keep learning. Anyway, the Bible says that people perish for lack of vision. I mean, how many people do you know who they're like a ship without a rudder? They're just going to and fro, up and down. Maybe they're fearful, they're worried, they're lacking in faith, they're lacking in wisdom. We all need more faith, we all need more wisdom. And good news is that God says if you lack wisdom, ask God and believe. You've got to have faith, believe that he will give it. He's a good father. He gives good gifts to his children. And if a wicked man, even though his child asks him for bread, will give him bread, won't give him a stone or a snake, how much more will our loving Heavenly Father give us good gifts if we ask him? So we don't get because we don't ask. And in our life, we want to progress, we want to grow, but we can't do it on our own. We need to surround ourselves with good people. And you've probably heard of this, the law of association. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I remember I was invited to Spain a few years back with my mentor, because he was invited to go to a leadership retreat. There was going to be about 40, 50 people there from all across Europe, and we were invited to the home of his very successful mentor, Said Bakari, his lovely wife, Miriam. And I remember when we got out of the plane and we got in the car and we drove, we were trying to find this place. And I had this picture of a big castle, because that's what I've been told, he lives in this castle. Anyway, we pulled up at the big front door. It wasn't a castle like an English castle with a moat and a drawbridge, but it was like a Spanish chateau. It was 12 bedrooms, big house, big pillars, palm trees, swimming pool. It was amazing. The weather was gorgeous, obviously. Spain it normally is, right? And we stayed there for a long weekend, and we had fun, we had good food, we swam in the pool, we mingled with the other leaders. We did a lot of training. And one of the things I remember he told me, because I was being clever, I got my laptop, I'm going to take notes. He came over, my mentor's mentor, Syed. He said, Nick, put the laptop away, don't type it up. Pen and paper, that's enough, because you'll learn more if you write with your hand. Later on, if you want to type it up, then that's a good idea. But you'll learn more if you write by hand. So I make pages and pages and pages of notes. And one of the things I remember this mentor for is he taught me something that was really, really important for anyone who wants to have their own business. So if you're ready, I'll like to share with you what this mentor taught me. And I've been using this story with lots of people because I meet a lot of people. Literally today I just got off the phone with an old student of mine. It was great. I love reconnecting with old students. I used to be a teacher, as most of you know. Anyway, reconnected, and this student of mine, didn't teach her for very long, but great student, always positive, did well, went on, studied law and everything. Anyway, she got to the top of her career, and she's at the top. She doesn't want to she wants to do her own thing, basically, and she's a mom, and she's got a partner, and she's setting up her own business. And we connected, and I said, this is really great. And I love to ask people, what help do you need? What do you need? And she said, I need more clients. I need help with marketing. I said, great. Let's have a chat, because I just love to talk with people. I love to help people. And if I can give them some good ideas, the best athletes always have a coach, right? So yeah, we got chatting. Anyway, what I'm about to share with you now, I haven't actually shared with her, but she's already venturing into business. But she mentioned one thing that she needs, and that is she needs a mentor. Because that's one of the 4 things that you need if you're starting a business. Why should you start a business? Well, I just think it's a good idea to have multiple streams of income. It's a great idea if you can be your own boss and you can set your schedule and then you can work when you want rather than when you're dictated to. There's lots of benefits of having a business. It's difficult to set up a traditional business because you need a mentor, you need time, you need money to invest, and you also need a good idea. And one of my other mentors, named Ahmed, he taught me, he said, there's two main reasons why people are not successful in business. Number one, they don't know what to do. Number two, they don't have someone to show them. One of my mentors told me once, how do you cross a minefield? How do you cross a minefield? I hope to God we never have to cross a minefield in our lives, but you get the analogy. You follow the footprints. I had someone message me today from Africa saying, hey Nick, could you pray for me? I said, sure, I'd love to pray for you. How can I pray? And she shared how challenging her life was, and she's looking for a job and wants to have a successful business and wants to get married and have a family. And yeah, these are the things we probably all want, right? And I just encouraged her to remember that God has a good plan for her life and to press in and seek the mentorship, seek the face of God, because all wisdom and knowledge comes from Him. And knowledge is a really, really important thing. And, you know, we are where we are in our life today because of decisions we've made, right? And if we want our lives to become better, we need to make good quality decisions. You see, I have lots of mentors, okay? I have mentors that I know personally. I have their phone number in my phone. I think of James in America, in Baltimore. He's a mentor of mine. He says I'm a champion. Wow. I appreciate that. That encourages me. He says I can do it. He believes in me. Wow. Thank you, James. Now, how about mentors? And there's mentors that I've never even met. I'd love to meet them. Darren Hardy is one of those mentors. Darren Hardy, you know Darren Hardy? He's the editor, publisher of Success magazine and Success from Home. So any of you watching this, you want to become more successful, you want to work from home, be successful, build a business, then do pick up an edition of Success from Home magazine. Very, very good. You can read about the stories of successful people. Because this is something I learned, that if you want to be successful, follow successful people. R&D, it's not research and development, it's rob and duplicate. In school, if you copy, you're going to get failed, right? Yeah, plagiarism, copy, you can't copy. That's what we teach the children, right? It's wrong to copy. But if you're going to be successful in anything, whether it's sports, whether it's your career, it's business, you have to copy successful people. Don't break the law, copyright and all that. But copy, follow. I shared yesterday something I heard from someone. Why were the wise men that came to Jesus? Why were they wise? Why were they called wise men? Oh, they were scholars. They did big studies. They were very clever people, I'm sure. Wise men, you know, teachers, researchers. They studied the stars, the astrology, the universe. They had a lot of knowledge, right? But it was Robert Kiyosaki. He's another mentor of mine. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you read that book, really recommend it. If you haven't, let me know. I'll send you a link to you can download a PDF. He said the reason they were wise is because they sought after the best teacher. So if you are wise, you will seek after the best teacher. Another mentor of mine, Jim Rohn, he said that don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more wisdom. Okay? Robert Kiyosaki taught me that if you want to improve the quality of your life, if you want to improve the quality of, let's say, your finances, then what you want to seek is not money, but you want to seek education. Because money is all around. There's so much money in the world, right? It's just not in your pockets. But we've got to seek education, which comes back to the importance to study, the importance to learn from people who are more successful than us, to seek wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. If you seek God, if you look in the Bible, it's full of wisdom, the principles. The most successful business people in the world, you take all the books out there on business and success, and the principles all found in the Bible. Give you one principle, the principle of sowing and reaping. You can't expect a harvest if you're not prepared to sow in the springtime. You've got to sow in the springtime. In the winter time, the season, I'm using the analogy now, you're in the winter time is like when there's nothing really happening. But you want to use that time to sharpen the axe, to prepare your tools, okay? Get the ground ready. In the springtime, get out there and sow. You've got to work. If you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. And so I believe in what I'm doing in life. I want to sow, be a good giver, to just invest in people. It might be physically, it might be with money, but it might be with time, it might be with wisdom, sharing resources, things that we've learned. I believe every single one of us have a responsibility to pass on good news. If you've got something good, I mean, you do it normally anyway. If you know a good restaurant, you would recommend it to a friend, right? Okay. If you know a good person, you might recommend them and introduce them to somebody else. So it's really, really important that we seek to become better. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better, okay? Don't wish for more money, wish for more skills, because you attract the kind of person that you're becoming, okay? You attract the kind, so if you want love, you're seeking after love, you want love. Don't wait for people to come and give you love. Go and sow, go and love somebody, go and love someone that needs love. I think that's pretty easy to find. There's a lot of people out there, everyone wants love. If you're seeking attention, go and give attention to someone else. If you're seeking friendships, go and be a friend. It's simple stuff. So if you want to get fit, go and find the gym. Go and find people that are healthy and ask them. You know, you'll find that most people who are successful in an area, they will be delighted to help you. All right, maybe take them for lunch. Ask them if you could take them for a coffee and just get a bit of their time. Ask good questions. That's how you learn. Ask questions. And I always encourage people to seek after the truth. Seek and you'll find. The Bible says, Jesus said, seek and you'll find, knock and the door will be opened. Ask and you shall receive. So I'm sharing all these different things with you to encourage you today to pursue your dreams. I believe that every single one of you is amazing. You might not realize it, but God has placed inside every single one of us the ability, the potential to do incredibly wonderful and amazing things. And it's the decisions we make and the associations we keep and the actions we take that will determine your reality. Not just your reality, but the reality for other people around you, because we're all connected. So I want to live my life to be the best mentor that I can be. And I'm grateful to so many people that have encouraged me and said thank you for the things that I've been able to impart to them. And I know the best is yet to come. I have a big mission. There's so many people out there that need our help. And I'm looking for people who share a similar heartbeat to me, a similar vision. I'm looking for people who have a big heart for making a difference in the world. So if that's you, maybe you can mentor me. I'm sure I can learn from you, right? Maybe I can help you. Together, we are stronger. Teamwork makes the dream work, as the saying goes. Together, everyone achieves more. A rope of 3 strands is not easily broken. Now, we apply that to marriage, but it's the same in relationships, business relationships. You want to be in business with people that you trust. You want to be in business with people that you respect. You want to be in business with people you like. And if you're going to choose a mentor, you need to find someone that is on the same page. They have a similar vision to you, or you can buy into their vision, because that's what my mentors have done. I think of Greg, I think of Veric, I think of James, I think of Coach Thomas. They have a really big vision. They're not quitters for a start. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So what are your dreams? Are they so big that you would never quit? I hope they are. And if you want to fly with the eagles, you can't hang around with chickens. You got to remember that you got a lion inside. You're a lion. You're not a sheep. Lions don't occupy themselves with the opinions of sheep. A lion is secure in who he is or she is. They don't waste their energy on worrying about the opinions of sheep. There's a lot we can learn. And you take the eagle, it's an amazing bird with 20/20 vision, flies above the storm. You know, they mate in the air. That's another story. I did a video on YouTube about eagles mating in the air. I don't know if you find it if you search for that, but I'm not sure how I keyworded it. Anyway, I learned that from a lady called, actually I was interviewing a lady called Leanne, but it was Pastor Kevin Boyd from California. Did a sermon once at an event I was at over there. He was talking about eagles. Wow, that was powerful. I've got a recording of it somewhere, so if you want it, let me know. Anyway, so friends, I could go on and on and on and on. Someone said, Nick, are you a pastor? I said, no, I'm not officially a pastor, but hey, maybe a pastor in waiting, pastor in training. But I'm an evangelist, I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, and I'm learning, I'm being mentored, because the best students have great teachers, and we're never too old to learn, and we're never too young to teach. So I hope this has helped you. If it has, do share it. Do connect with me. And if I can help you in any way, I'd love to hear where you're at. Hope you're safe and well in this crazy time, lockdown. I'm enjoying my garden more than ever. And yeah, I think that's about it. I've said so many different things, but let's just recap. If you want to start a business, you need 4 things. You need time, you need money, you need an idea, and you need a good mentor. Choose carefully, because our choices determine our destiny. And Darren Hardy, I mentioned him earlier. I didn't actually say how he had mentored me, but he's mentored me a lot through his Darren Daily talks. DarrenDaily.com, it's great, free resources, but also his book, The Compound Effect. It really impacted my life, The Compound Effect. I'll do another video about what the compound effect means, but it's about making choices, lots and lots and lots of little good choices compound into big results. In the same way, if you make lots and lots of little bad choices, at the time it might not seem a big deal. It's like in this coffee, if I just put 1 sugar every single day, 1 sugar, no big deal. I mean, look how big it is. 1 little sugar is not much. But over the course of a year or a lifetime, is it going to have a positive effect on your life or a negative effect? Probably negative. It's going to damage you, right? Anyway, I don't have coffee in my sugar. You'd be pleased to know. So, wherever you are in the world, a wave here from slightly overcast London. It's nice and warm. I'm loving my garden. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm going to get ready. What's the time now? 2 o'clock. We have a very big online webinar where very successful mentors of mine are going to be speaking. Asad, Ahmed, Kazim, and good old coach Thomas, and Mr. Cupits. Wow, I have so much respect for him. I've met him a couple of times in my life, but to think that he is giving his time, he's so busy, but he's going to be sharing for about 15 minutes at the end of this 90-minute webinar. He's going to be talking about the history of where he's been, where we are now, but most importantly, the vision he has for the future. He's an eagle. He's someone I really look up to. And his business partner, Greg, oh wow. I look up to Greg with the reverence and respect, the love like I have for my pastor Tabu, and Pastor At. These are mentors of mine. So I've been so blessed to have so many amazing mentors Some I know personally, some I know from a distance through YouTube, some I know through the books because they're not even alive anymore. And Jim Rohn is one of those such examples. Zig Ziglar, another incredible mentor. Les Brown, he's alive, thank God, but he's a great mentor. So many people. So who are you taking your advice from? I'll finish with this. Who are you taking your advice from? If you want health advice, you don't go to the mechanic, you go to the doctor, right? If you want advice on fixing your bike, you go to the mechanic, you don't go to the dentist. So what is it that you want to grow in? What area is it you want to grow in? Do you have questions about God and eternity, heaven, hell, like what's the purpose of my life? Well, then you need to seek out someone who has a relationship with God, who knows about the Bible and these things. That's a great place to start. Whatever you believe, get in the Bible. It's full of wisdom, full of writings. Ordinary people, men and women, young and old, writing stories. You know, some of the greatest people in there that did some of the greatest things also did some of the most stupid things. I think of David, who became the greatest king of Israel. He murdered people. He committed adultery. You know, he messed up. The Bible says he was a man after God's heart. So my friends, if you've messed up, it's okay. Doing the mess up wasn't okay, right? The sin, the wrong thing, that's not okay. But God still has a plan for you. But your destiny is determined by the decisions you make. And you're watching this video right now. You made a decision to watch this video. Maybe you rewind it and watch it again. Maybe you'll share it with someone who can benefit. And that's what I love about life. That our words, we might just speak something out. It's like we're sowing a seed. We never know where it might land. We never know what it might do. And I don't need the recognition. I don't need appreciation because I'm secure in who I am, who God's made me to be. I just want to live my life to the full. And I believe that if you lose your life in the service of others, you will find it. If you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. So I want to be a giver. So bring it on. How can I give to you? How can I pass on? How can I help you? I would love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you wherever you are in the world. Can't promise that I can help you, but I'll certainly do my best. Maybe I can introduce you to one of my mentors and they can help you, even if I can't. Okay, well, thank you for listening. Those of you who are watching live, those of you watching recording, a wave here from sunny, overcast London. I will see you sometime. Take care.